I got this habit to hate the bad weather during the war, because Russians, they use weather to hide their drones. So it means that every time when we have a rain, cloudy, it increases the chances of a drone attack on the city. And I always expected this. And it's not only my problem. It's also the problem of every Ukrainian. Um, you are very nervous when you hear the thunder. It's another big problem. It's maybe it's something like a PTSD or something. You understand that this is a thunder, but you still check the news all the time. Every time when you hear the thunder, you are thinking maybe it's a drone, maybe it's a rocket. And the nonsense is that I don't afraid drones. I don't afraid rockets. I even filmed drones few times. Like I even go out during the attacks, and I feel pretty safe and confident because I know what to do. Like I survived like thousand of these air raid attacks, and literally thousand, because that's how many air raid attacks was for the last 3 years. So my fear of thunder, it's not rational. My fear of thunder, it's irrational. Every time when you hear the sound, you just thinking what it is, and because don't know for sure that this is a drone, that's why you fear the thunder. So like I started the guy in the chat, Graham. I'm trying to say Starsky just finished after a few hours streaming, so people will be looking for someone up after a break. Keep going from Graham, Coventry, UK. Thank you, man. Thank you. Yeah, you're right. Starsky, this is a big streamer with a huge audience. Yeah, now I get your point. Because he finished the stream, a lot of people will try to find another content, and maybe they will see my stream. Yeah, you're right. So, back to the story that Russians use the bad weather for attacking the civil infrastructure. Because why do they do this? In order to hit the drone, we have the mobile fire groups. I made a video like previously on the channel about these mobile fire groups. It means there are a car with a machine gun into the top of the car, and they got the coordinates about drone, that the drone will be on this point for 5 minutes or for a few minutes, and their goal is to get to the point, to find the drone during this time, during only 2 minutes, and shoot it down from a machine gun. And one of the method how they find the drone, it's by the sound. Drones, they're very fucking noisy. So first you hear the drone. If you hear the drone, that means that theoretically you could reach the drone with a machine gun, and then you just try to catch the drone in the sky. Then you point the drone with a laser or with a very powerful lighter and shoot it down from the machine gun. That's how it's working. And we have a lot of mobile fire groups. And imagine during the bad weather, your vehicle moving worse than during the good weather. You don't hear so good during the rain, and also there is problem with the visual contact because it's cloudy, it's rain, so it's better to attack during the bad weather. And that's why on 10th of October I expected that we had a bad weather for the last maybe week, and there wasn't any attack. And I thought maybe 10th of October would be the attack. Another reason, because of 10th of October, it's Putin or Russians, they love dates. I mean dates, like some big events that happen every year. And the first attack on Ukraine with like rockets was in on 10 October 2022. So I expected that they definitely would attack us on 10 October 2025. And that's how it happened. At first, you see, this is a Kyiv. We have a problem in Kyiv. During the rain, we just drowning. And especially, we have a lot of videos in a subway. Fucking a lot of water like drown the subway. It's yeah. I'm laughing at it, but it's a problem. So let's check the video how it looks like. Yeah, it's just ordinary. Evening during the rain in Kyiv, and there are a lot of water. But then, just in 1 hour, I got the notification that there is about 40 drones from Chernigiv region to the Kyiv. How does it work? I don't get the notification every time when some flying objects cross the border of Ukraine. Okay, no, how it's work? There are like few types of notification. First one, you can subscribe to some Telegram channels. We have websites. We have a different application, and you can check the situation on the whole country and the situation on your specific region or on your specific city. So I subscribed to some Kyiv channel about air raid alerts, and I got the notification about 40 Shahed drones from Chernigiv direction. Chernigiv, like from here. And it means that in 20-30 minutes I will hear the air raid alerts outside the window first, and then I could hear the drones if the mobile fire groups failed to shoot them down before the city, because it's very like important to shoot them down even especially before the city, because you cannot shoot them inside the city because it's dangerous for the civilian people. So yeah, we got these 40 Shaheds, and I have videos about it. One moment. Yeah, just in a few hours, like the attack, it was only the first notification about 40 Shaheds. The attack then increased more and more. And the target this time was the critical infrastructure. I mean like the electricity and TETs. I didn't translate what is TETs. Give me TETs на английском. Guys, if you have any questions, just write down them in the chat and I interrupt my story and I will answer. The power plant, yeah. The goal of Russians on 10 October was the power plant. Like, this is like their favorite tradition. They attacked the critical infrastructure like a power plant in the autumn in order, to put us to blackout. Okay, if there is no questions, let's back to the story. So how it looks like. This time they use mostly the Shahed drones. Yeah, they use the ballistics missiles and but not so much. You will see the comparison later. So check this video. There is no sound. There is only the video. You see, they hit something, and they hit, as I understand, the power plant. This is a public video that just got everywhere, so I don't afraid to show them. It's not any secret. Just check it out. Так. So yeah, what's happened? They hit the power plant, and you see that immediately the whole city turned black. And the very fucking interesting moment about it, why I'm laughing, because yeah, I was there when they did it. I was working, and in one moment I heard the huge fucking explosion outside the apartment, and then the light turned off. And because of this was almost simultaneously, I thought that okay, it's done. At last, like it's done. No, I thought that they hit me, because no, like not me exactly, but my apartment or something like this, because I heard the stories like this, and my apartment was already hit too. Like they broke my windows, like hard. So yeah, I thought that I was hit again, and then just in a minute I realized no, I am okay. It's just an electricity, and everything is good. And in that day I planned to do this exact stream, but yeah, we lost the electricity. Yeah, and this is with sound. This is the same video but from another angle. You can see some electricity. Yeah, you see this tower. This is the electricity tower. Yeah, that's why we lost the electricity. Так. And immediately we lost not only electricity but also the water. This was why we lost the water, because in order to give the water you need pump, as I understand. Just I need to check the word now. Yeah, you need a water pump, and water pump they it doesn't work without the electricity, and maybe someone wasn't ready to this attack. That's why they don't have the batteries on their water pumps. So the part of the city lost the water immediately. And to lose the water, it's much more worse than to lose the electricity, because I was living without electricity, I don't know, for 6 months during the first winter. No, like not almost without electricity, but with a very hard schedule. And it was pretty okay, because I have batteries. I could go like anywhere to charge my battery and to work in some co-working place. But to live without the water, this was a hell. I was living in the mountains without the water for 3 months, and it's a horrible experience. So the city lost the electricity and the water. Oh, what did I do? Okay. Sorry, I'm just checking the chat during this story, and I see that the number of people are increasing. It's great. It's working then. So they attacked the power plant, and they attack not only the power plant, they attack few houses where people live. Maybe I prepared the video. No. Ah, yeah, this is the video. Like, this is not a military object or something. It's just, the 20 stage building or 20 floors building or something. And about 10 people, I suppose, got injured. And the Kyiv, the left bank, it looks like this after the attack. Yeah, it's great that the something is working. I mean these things, svetofor, but I don't know how it will be svetofor in English. Give me a moment. Svetofor. The traffic light. Yeah, the traffic light, it's working, so it's good because they have the batteries. So that night they sent about 465 drones and 32 missiles. And on the same day, but 3 years ago, I want to show you the difference. They spent 84 missiles and 24 Shaheds. Like, you could see how the war changed. They switched from missiles to drones because drone, they are much more cheaper and they are pretty effective. So that's why what else? And yeah, let's check it. Let's just check this video. Let's talk about something good. Let's talk about the heroes. About the Ukrainian heroes. You will see, like, this is a hero that no one expect, but these people, they always inspire me. Oh, okay. This is a question. It's a good one. Give me a moment. I will answer. If water stop in city, won't it freeze the pipes in winter, or do houses, flats have polyethylene pipes? Yeah, it could freeze. That's why like every winter we're afraid of this scenario. But the thing is that the first winter they were unable to do it. Like, they attacked us all the time, but there was a pretty warm winter, so we were lucky. The second winter, like the previous one, was really warm, so the pipes wasn't. We didn't have the problem with it. Yeah, it was like cold in the apartment, especially on the higher floors. And by the way, the problem with the higher floors, because without the electricity the pumps doesn't work, or they work but they work badly. So the last floors, they don't have enough pressure to send the water from the from down to up. So it's much more wise to choose the apartment on the first floors. Like that's why I rent the apartment on the third floor, because from my experience of living on different apartments during the war, like I always have a water, even when we lost the electricity and lost pumps. Uh, it's enough pressure for my third floor. Also, it's if some rocket will hit outside, like it was few times, the debris won't damage my apartment because this is the third floor. It's much more higher chance first floor be damaged, or floors like upper, I mean after six floors. These apartments on the high floors, they damage a lot. So that's why I think I chose the perfect spot. But this time I chose the perfect spot. The previous time I had an apartment on the first floor, and the apartment was near the fire station, and the fire station was heat, so this wave from explosive, it damaged all the apartments near the fire station, and my apartment as well. And by the way, one of the problems during the air raid alerts, during these explosions, people don't hide at all. Maybe they hide it in first year, but in the second year they lost fear. On the third year they lost their mind, and that's why they are looking during the attack on the window, to see the explosive, because it's fucking fun, and you can even make the video, and then you can send this video to social media and get likes, views, and so on. But the problem with this, that the explosive could be so big that the glasses on the windows will be break, and the debris could hurt your eyes. And this is one of common injuries right now in Ukraine. Um, we had a fundraising on Discord. I wasn't organized it. It was another guy. So the girl, she was in the cafe, as I understand, and she got hit in her eyes with glasses, because the explosion was so big that the glasses broke, and she got hurt. So don't check what happened outside near the window, or if you do it, your window should be prepared. For instance, you could tape your windows with scotch or with any tape, so when it will be hit, there won't be so many debris that could hurt your eyes. Also, we have different firms of they could do for you a protected window, but it's pretty expensive. I didn't even know how much it cost. I tried to. I thought about it in the beginning, but then I learned the price and I decided not to do it. But now I don't remember the price. So, what else? Let's check the video. Yeah, it's working. Yeah, by the way, guys, I'm hypocrite, I think this is the right word, because I told you that you need to hide, you need not to watch on the window, and I do it on this video. Check this out.
So we don't have electricity because of the huge Russian attack on Kyiv. But what I wanted to show you, uh, this is a trash workers.
It's a not trash workers, as I understand, I translated it. It's a garbage collectors.
They're working without electricity during the air attack. Doesn't matter. Yeah. I like these guys, you know. When I feel like sometimes I'm afraid because we end the war. You can see this is the explosion.
It's not very clear because my phone is cheap and with a bad microphone, but there was an explosion while they are working. I could show you this moment again.
You can see this is the explosion. Wow.
Yeah, you can hear it right now.
Yeah. Fucking Russians attack Kyiv like for the last 3-4 hours. And the trash guys don't care. Just working.
You can see this is the guy in the green jacket. Yeah, he just... Another sound. This was a air defense system. That's how it working, and it was pretty far. I don't know how to measure the distance by the sound, but I wanna learn it somehow. So check this out. The guy is collecting the garbage, and I live in pretty crowded neighborhood, so I around me like there are a lot of 20 floors buildings, but because of there is no electricity you cannot see any lights. This is the right sound, and it's really far away because we don't even see the lighting from the explosion. And why I do this video? Because I'm so impressed, and I have so like I respect them so much because they working during any circumstances. We don't have electricity, doesn't matter. We have a huge rain, doesn't matter. We have a like drones, literally. I have videos, not on. I won't show you this time, but I have these videos. Like there are drones. You can hear the Shahed drone. It's very it's very easy to understand that the Shahed drone is somewhere near you because the Shahed drone they have this cheap engine from it's like a motorbike but in the sky, and imagine empty city night, the Shahed in the sky, this cheap motorbike, and it's very oh, garbage collectors came, respect you guys. So yeah, it's very loud. And these guys doesn't care about it. They doing their job no matter what. Hmm. So yeah, do you have any questions? We can I can answer you about this. Okay, and we have about 12 people, guys. Thank you that you come. Yeah, work needs ah not this screen. Work still needs done. Much respect for that. Yeah. Reminds me of people in London Blitz still finding their milk delivered in the morning. Yeah. Like it's even, hard to do during their peaceful life. Work from 5 p.m. and do it before the people wake up and go into the job. But during the war, like we have these delivery guys, they are just they're insane. They will deliver you food, medical this fuck how it calls medical drugs. Yeah, if you have a headache, you buy these drugs, uh, and they do it like during any circumstances as well. And you can check on your phone the road of the delivery guy, and you see pharma pharmaceuticals, yeah. So you can see on the map that there is some delivery guy that's trying to deliver you stuff, and also you can hear drone outside, and the guy he just run, he just moving, on his bicycle. He came to you, he give you stuff, you pay him for this, you gave him tips, you suggest him, man, don't go outside, let's hide in the hideout, it's too fucking dangerous. And the guy just answer, I have a lot of I have a lot of job forward, so I have to go, and he just go. So yeah, this how it's working. And there was another question: those with kids still seek shelter, yes or no? The problem is that mostly no, and I will explain you why. To hide in the shelter in the night every day, because the attacks could be like every day during the some of period, like 2 weeks, every day you have the attack from a drone. People, they really tired of it, because you always have a choice. You could sleep well and be ready for the next day, because you have to go to the job, you have to live your life, man, during the war. It doesn't matter, you cannot hide like on this ground all the time. So people made this choice to stay in their apartment, to have a good sleeping regime, instead of going to the hideout. Because I could show you, there is some statistic of air raid alert. Air raid. Give me a moment, I will switch to the next screen. Air raid alert map. Like alerts in Ukraine, for instance. And you can check, by the way, the same websites as well. The statistics. Let's check, for instance, this one. Так. Windows. Okay, the problem is that I don't know how to show you my browser. So I will copy you a screenshot. Yeah, like this one. So this is a website. It calls alerts in UA, and you can like check any sources. We count, every air raid alert, every explosion, how many hours the air raid alert was, like today, week ago, months ago, and so on. I just checked my region, Kyiv, since 24 February 2022. We had about 1,870 air raid alert announced. In general, it was 1 hour. So we had 1,870 hours of raid alerts. Let's imagine each time go to the hideout. It's not very wise, and it's impossible to hide. It's 78 days under the ground. Like, if you pay attention to every air raid alert, you have to spend about 78 days under the ground in the hideout during the 3 years of the full-scale war. And the thing is, okay, if you are like kid, you could do it, because in the school they have to go under the ground during the night. Your parents could lead you there. But if you are full grown, like adult without children, like, imagine how to work in this schedule. You cannot go to hide out during the work. No, like, it depends on the work, but no. And I mean during the each air raid alert. That's why you need to understand in what cases you have to go and in what cases you don't have to go. For instance, if the plane just in the sky, and not in the sky, okay, there is some alerts like I got the notification that the battle plane in the sky. It means that this plane could go to the fuck, I don't know the right words. This plane could go to the point where the plane could shoot the missile in your direction. And the problem in the beginning of the war, we just got this notification every time when the plane with potential missile just fly. And this was a problem. We had the air raid alert like for 5 hours straight, and the planes they didn't shoot anything. They just have the training, or they switch in the airports from one airport to another one, and we have had these alerts, and it doesn't make any difference. That's why uh, you understand that this is not a fake alert, but this is not so important alert. You have to know about it, but you don't need to hide yourself. So yeah, but my main point was that there are a lot of air raid alerts, and not during each air raid alert you need to hide out, to hide yourself, yeah, under the ground. So let's watch the next video. what I prepared. Yep. So yeah, we lost the electricity, and one of the most important thing during the blackout, and what you want to do, in the first place, you want to be connected to the internet in order to get news. And what did I do for it? I have the fiber optic internet in my apartment.
So,
So like there wasn't like this in the beginning. We have the like standard internet, and the problem of the standard internet that the operator have to have a battery near your apartment in order to give you the internet. And if you replace the standard wire to the fiber optic, it means that the operator don't need to have the battery near to your apartment to give you internet. They have to have the battery like only on their point. And this is the first thing that I did when the blackout started. I just pay a lot of money for the internet connection. But still, like the operator have to have the battery, and you have to have the battery for your router and the fiber optic box as well. But the problem was that we didn't have blackouts for the last, I think, 9 months or something. That's why, in order to keep your battery like alive, you don't need to have you don't want to have a full charge of the battery. That's why, no, when you don't use the battery, just keep about 50% of the battery, just to no for just to save the health of the battery. So when the blackout happened, I didn't have enough power, but I wanted to keep like the connect. So what did I do?
so my little power bank from Blue Yeti almost done. 11% left. The last percentage I use with my soldering thing. And what I solder, I just have a lot of these batteries. So I made a little power bank from this. And I did it really fast in order to make the new power bank until I lost the internet. I will show you. Like there is only 3% left, and I will replace this power bank with the power bank that I made. I lost this one and almost lost this one too. So yeah, there are not enough energy.
So yeah, because of I lost all my power banks, I decided to make a new one because I had a lot of batteries. Hmm. Yep, I think. Yep, another important thing and the most common problem during the blackouts. Gorokrow. Oh, very handy. By the way, I don't know how to do it properly. I'm just learning how to use this solder iron each time when I don't have the electricity. This is my method how to spend time without the electricity. Because when you have the electricity, you don't need to do any power banks and anything of this. There is no point in this. But when you don't have the electricity and you don't have a huge power station, yeah, you just waste your time on small things like this. So that day we were hit really hard. Uh, Ordinaries they fix, no, like Ukrainian workers fix the electricity and the water during the next, I don't know, 6 hours. But that day we hit like hard, and they were trying to back the water for the next 18 hours. And they did it successfully, and then they back the electricity. And the first thing that you do when you got the electricity, because you don't know where will be the next attack, or maybe something else could be broken because it was the attack previously. You charge everything that you have. And yeah, that's why I made this video. Check this out.
And don't get me wrong, like I won't sleep, but I will never left this thing or this thing or even this thing, no matter what, on the charger while I'm sleeping. This is a most common reason flat to burn down. People just left this thing and then something happened. And during the war, like this chance is very high. Uh, there was a huge Russian attack, so there should be some problem with electricity. The voltage, could change like rapidly, and because of this, your battery could burn and burn your apartment and you inside your apartment. So don't leave this thing or this, no matter what, to charge while you're sleeping. Even if you live in non if you don't live in a war zone.
So I could explain again, maybe because I could be not very clear in the video. Um, like we got the electricity in the next after about 22 hours. Like we lost the electricity in the night in 2 o'clock. No, oh, in 3 o'clock. Okay, we lost the electricity the previous night, and we got the electricity back the next night. And yeah, I was working the whole day on all of these batteries. Like I use my bicycle battery that you can see on the video for my laptop. Uh, yeah, so I lost the energy for my laptop. So the next thing that you do when the lighting back, you just try to charge everything, and I spent about 30 minutes just to connect all of this to the no to charge it. And the problem is that not all of this battery are modern. I mean the power bank, for instance, this power bank you need to spend 6-7 hours before it could be charged full, and during these 6-7 hours you couldn't go sleep because there is a probability that it could burn. Yeah, I understand that the chance is very low, but still there is a chance. They fix the electricity so the voltage could rapidly change anytime, and it could burn. And there is a lot of cases like this, not only in the war country but even in your country. You can just check. So I was waiting for the next no 6 hours minimum just to charge my the biggest power banks, and then only go to sleep. And when you go to sleep you don't know will be the electricity be the next day or not, or it could be the next attack on the Kyiv. And the next attack, yeah, Russian attack, but they attacked not the Kyiv but Odessa. And yeah, So what questions do we have? Uh, так. Uh, it's bots all the way down. I have those batteries. Yeah, I think so. You mean the 18650? Yeah, this is the most common battery. You use it like everywhere. By the way, I could show you. When the war started, I know nothing, yeah, about the batteries and about the electronics and so on. That's why I use this one. It's not rechargeable batteries. Then I understand that it's very expensive to use it, and I switch to the rechargeable batteries. But still, it's a small one. And then, with experience, I get it that you know you don't have a lot of time to charge all of this, and you don't have a lot of free spot to charge all of these batteries. So I switch from this one, like this battery could be replaced by one big this one. It's 18650. I don't know even how to pronounce the yeah in the right way. So these badges, they help me a lot because I could use them, for instance, to create the power bank for my router. You saw in the video, yeah, I lost a power bank, so I create the new one. I just, yeah. And yeah, the next question. Have you noticed any general change in attitude of the Russians you chat with over the past year? Yeah, for sure. For instance, they are tired from the war too. I understand that they don't feel the war as Ukrainians because Russia are huge and most of them they live not in the war zone, you know, but they still get a lot of dead dead soldiers like back home, and the cemeteries, you know, it's growing and growing. So yeah, they feel the war more and more, and especially this last news about the gas shortage. Like every Russian should feel the war, and when every Russian will feel the war, they will want to end this, and that's how we could end this. That's what I think. But also, like, this is one of part of them. They start and feel the war and they want to end it. The second part of Russians, you know, they change their goals. Like, they wanna take the whole Ukraine. You know, they see in Ukrainians so strong enemy that the only way for them to end the war is to take the whole country, like to eliminate the threat. So yeah. It both give me a good advice about the batteries. Thank you, man, because I don't know a lot about it. Don't let those batteries fully empty. It's not good for them. Keep them about 3 volts. The old advice was to empty them, but then was for a different. But that was for a different type of cell. Yeah, you're right. You cannot keep them empty. Are there many people into solar or linked to batteries? Um, the problem with the solar energy that it's very cloudy outside, so you need to have, you know, a huge solar panels that are very expensive. So yeah, it's not so effective. You could, you know, charge your phone maximum, and you need to spend like 12 hours to do it. But no, are people in Moscow starting to feel the war yet? No. People from Moscow, they no, they don't feel. Every time when I meet them, they just told me about that they have been in the war, that they will hit us hard, and so on. You could check my interviews with them. They just no, they don't change. Guys, like it was a great stream. We spent 90 minutes. I didn't expect so. Yeah, 2.4.2 volt equal full charge and 2.8 volts empty and fire risk. Thank you. Yeah. Uh, so guys, yeah, this was a great stream. I hope I will see you next time. Uh, if you want to support my work, you could find the links in the description, and see you next time. Yeah, I hope I will see you, and I will prepare you more content, more stories. You could also, write down your questions or what do you want to hear on Discord, join there, or you could meet me personally there in voice channels. So, thank you, and see you next time.